and security experts to address critical security and intelligence issues.
On our willingness to engage deeply, listen to African voices, and invest in lasting solutions. African Parliament must also assure their role as critical partners in governance by enacting laws that are inclusive, realistic, and dynamic.
In other news, there seemed to be a glimpse of hope for oil spill-prone communities as the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, moves to activate
of relevant sections of the Petroleum Industry Act as it concerns the oil spill contingency plans may just be on its way to activation as NOSDRA mission to the Netherlands. This was made known during the signing of an MOU between NOSDRA and F1 team.
We are prepared to
the goals, the mission of NOSDRA.
The team lead F1, Ndubisi Jude, puts in perspective the F1 team line of action.
We're building a partnership and synergy with NOSDRA to bring the provisions of the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan down to the communities where you have these oil installations existing.
Sections 2, 3, and 5 of the PIA empowers the former Oil Spill Detection Agency, NOSDRA, to facilitate prompt response to oil spill in host communities, as well as create the MOU seeks to achieve. In Abuja, Minat Daniels, NTA News.
In a similar news, the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, has received a report of a crude oil spill from Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC 16, AUN River Kolo Creek Pipeline at Obole community in southern Ijo local government area of Bayelsa State. As the lead agency on all matters related to oil spill incidents in Nigeria, the agency convened a joint investigation visit to the incident area on Tuesday, February 18, 2025. Led by the agency and the investigation team comprising of relevant stakeholders to establish the indices around the incident and recommend necessary regulatory compliance actions to mitigate it. The following observations and updates were, however, made as at the time of this press release. The cause of the spill is unknown because the suspected leak point pipeline is submerged in the water, implying that the JIV is inconclusive. 2. SPDC is preparing a cover dam to enable the team get access to the spill point. 3. Containment of the spill area have been completed. Resistance to life-saving antibiotics in Nigeria is rising, and public health experts are demanding for an emergency halt on indiscriminate use of antimicrobials through better coordination of the nation's One Health approach programs. This taps list of agenda at National Engagement on Antimicrobial Resistance, AMR, organized by Management Science for Health, MSH, to strengthen advocacy and drives insightful reporting across media platforms. Oluseyi Adebo has details.
Honored to formally launch the second National Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance.
Nigeria has continued to sustain efforts to address the global challenge in antimicrobial resistance (AMR), but a World Health Organization's document still reveals that more than 260 die annually in the country and projects that global deaths due to AMR could reach 10 million by 2050.
And when it becomes multi-resistant,
predicted to be the next global pandemic, these healthcare practitioners, infectious disease experts, and players are deliberating to ensure its effects on human, animals, and agriculture is prevented.
That's the message that we are trying to tell farmers now. You don't need to use antibiotics. For your own animals to be productive. You don't need to use antibiotics for your animals to stay healthy. All you need to do is observe that basic hygiene. Give them good food and water. Vaccinate them against vaccinable diseases.
There are existing gaps hampering implementation of Nigeria's National Action Plan for AMR, and drivers of this meeting are counting on active involvement of the media, civil society, and community-based organizations to correct the wrongs.
We are hoping that after this program, the status quo will change in terms of awareness, but importantly also, we are hoping to see policy adjustments, budgetary inclusion of AMR, by the government.
So many things I've learned here I did not know. I've had to be with young girls that will talk about, oh, I'm having constant itching, and the meds I'm known or I'm used to taking is not working anymore. Not knowing that this is actually based on resistance, that the pathogens in our body have built resistance. Going back to tell them.
Victoria Uzo has for more than 3 years been engaged host and journalist participating at the 5-day training. It's been an impactful commitment to the task of strengthening AMR risk communication. From Lagos, Oluseyi Adebo, NTA News.
Now, in response to pressing challenges on climate change, the National Human Rights Commission has approved the establishment of a climate change unit. Executive Secretary of the Commission, Tony Ojukwu, disclosed this at a stakeholders' engagement on the Regional African Human Rights Academic Network in Abuja. Recognizing the impact of environmental degradation and climate change on human rights across the globe, the unit is expected to promote advocacy, build a community of practice of human rights and research on climate change in Africa.
Sectoral, bringing together a range of stakeholders to create a rich body of resources that will help address the intersection between climate change and human rights in a comprehensive way. We will also collaborate closely with the Nigeria Climate Change and Society organizations
organized a district learning seminar for present and immediate past officials under district with 88 clubs. Olayinka Ojo reports.
Clubs, 535 districts across the globe, Rotary International is in more than 200 countries in the world. This training is an integral part of Rotary International District Action Planning process for the coming Rotary year. It is designed to provide essential and relevant information to current and incoming district leaders in order to help
rank through the air. The soldier's legacy was sealed not in stone, but in the hearts of those who had been touched by his life.
And he prepared me for the job and made my work very, very easy. Very, very thorough. And it's true for excellence any day.
Late Major General Christopher Adewale Jemitola was born in 1961 in Edo State. He rose to the zenith of his career and served in different capacities, including Defense Attaché to Brasilia, aide-de-camp to President Olusegun Obasanjo, Corps Commander Signals, and Chief of Policy and Plans, Nigerian Army Headquarters, Olajide Bello, NTA News.
All those who knew the erstwhile Zonal Director, NTA Benin Network Center, veteran journalist in the family she left.
A gathering of family members, friends and well-wishers